Hello and welcome to the Open Invite podcast with myself, John Slumbers, and my illustrious best friend, Alistair Toes. And today we are going to talk Turk.
We're
going to
gonna
be
Turk.
Turkish.
We're
We're
gonna
going to be
Turkish.
Turkish delight, covered in chocolate.
Turkish delight. I love Turkish delight.
Fries, Turkish delight.
And then I had real Turkish delight, and I was really disappointed. You know when you have,
Yeah.
you know when you have processed crap first, and then you have the good stuff. The good stuff tastes naff.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom likes angel delight.
Does she? Well, that's a random fact. I didn't need to know that.
So there you go.
Oh,
I just
so
thought you needed to know. My mom likes angel.
No, that could be a t-shirt. That's a t-shirt right there.
Yeah.
Coming soon to our merch suit, Open Invite, and on the back it says
My mom likes angel delight. So that's the end of that conversation.
Well, that was we nailed that one.
Do you remember the advert for Turkish delight?
No, I don't.
It was like sand dunes and a beautiful woman with like her. I'm sure she had like a one tanned leg sticking out, and a guy with some kind of turban on.
proper edgy stuff that you're not allowed to do anymore.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Yeah. Now there'd be questions about whether that guy was actually from the Middle East or not.
Yeah, true.
But I remember he was giving that whole Arabian Nights feel.
Mm.
Arabian Nights.
Yeah, but what you were saying is you had the processed one, tasted like amazing, and then you got the opportunity to have the real stuff, and we're like, oh.
Yeah. Though a while ago, I had baklava from Turkey.
Right.
And it was incredible, and I loved every bit of it. But actually, back when I was a kid, I didn't. It's like my kids aren't quite like that. But you were brought up on processed stuff, so then when you came to like puddings that were honey, or they were the sweetness was more of a natural thing.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It didn't taste like proper white processed sugar.
Yeah.
It tastes richer and fuller, and you can't have as much of it.
What is this real bacon? Give me spam now.
What is this? This is from an actual animal.
Do you know I actually bought 2 cans of spam?
Nice.
This week.
Does it come out like corned beef, or is it sliced?
No, it comes out like corned beef, like a big old chunk. It just still tastes great.
I still never had it.
There's that, and there's another one called tulip. That's really good. I think it's Danish or something. I don't know.
All I can think is tulip. What part of the pig is that?
you would want to know. It's not. I don't want to say.
Spam is everything, and a tulip is a very specific place. What are you doing? I'm eating pig's tulip.
So, for those that obviously are listening to this and not watching, if you're wondering why we're so jovial and chilled, I'm incredibly relaxed. It is Sunday evening, so I took the lads camping on Friday night, and then Saturday morning got back. Then I was filming with a group of YouTubers. I never thought I'd end up sanding a boat down on my Saturday, but that's what I was doing. So I'm still itchy. I've still got fiberglass stuck in my arms and stuff.
Oh.
That's all right.
I was imagining something wooden.
No, it's very much fiberglass from the 70s. And I'm not going to say anymore because this will be released before their video, so I can't say anything. If anybody puts the dots together, I want to ruin it. But then we had church this morning. I was in security on the first one, so I never.
You weren't at the second, were you?
No, I just stood in the rain.
I was at the second.
Was it good?
I'm going to cough again. Sorry.
I told you he doesn't vape.
Yeah. I've had this cough for years.
I know.
No, it was really good. It was really nice service. I sat between 2 other people with young kids, so I guess that's carnage. You don't do much singing when you've got young kids.
Mm-mm.
But you had a really nice vibe, and the worship team was smashing it out of the park, and the couple next to us, their little boy looks like a handsome breeze block. He's only 1, and he is phenomenally cute, and he's just so easy to make laugh.
Yeah, so that's good fun.
So that's what I was doing.
I love it now. My kids are older, I have a different set of problems because they're teenagers. They
Yeah.
go over with the youth and then they mess around. And I went over to check on them that they were behaving the other day, and they were throwing the ball around during worship.
Yep.
And I was like, I went over, and the old youth leader in me came out. And I didn't tell my kids off. I told all the kids off.
Everybody off.
Everybody's kids. I was like, right, I'm going to tell your youth leader, and you're all going to be sitting with your parents next week if you carry on. Put the ball away. And they were like, oh, sorry. And then Kerry's like, don't worry. My he doesn't care. He'll shout at anybody. It's not that bad, really. They're used to it. They know that I'll come and shake down. In fact, I get annoyed when other people's parents don't tell my kids off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if they're doing something naughty, I expect somebody to say, oi, what do you think you're playing at? Don't do that. As long as it's like hanging off the balcony or sliding down the stairs backwards or, kicking the heck out the vending machine. Anything that's or being disrespectful or not.
Mm.
I think it's important. I think for me,
It's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, because when we were growing up, you could get told off by any adult,
yeah.
and you might not like it,
No,
but
but
it wasn't. But now, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I've got a bit more of a. I don't know. Don't know if it's right or not. I can't decide. I don't like other people telling my kids off.
mm,
Not when I'm there.
I like telling your kids off.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like like when I'm actually present, and somebody's telling my kid off, I'm like,
Yeah, that's a little disrespectful.
yeah, it's not because, and at no point do I feel like I've dropped. Because if I feel like I've dropped the ball, like I wasn't paying attention to someone's, then that's a different matter. But
Yeah,
it's like, well, wait, whoa,
yeah,
like that's my kid, and actually
yeah,
maybe I'm fine with what they're doing, or maybe you've not given me a chance
yeah. That's
to
true.
say something. You've just
Oh, you
flipping
haven't realised.
waded in. I'd rather. Have you noticed what Solomon's doing? Oh, thanks for telling me. I'll
Yeah.
deal with him rather than yeah.
Although he doesn't work with me, does it? Because I just shout at your kids. I shout at my kids. I shout at everybody's kids. I'm
I
like that guy at the barbecue that just slaps everybody.
yeah, I love that. Absolutely love that.
But I
The
feel
slap to,
like,
what the hell, John?
to me, they're family.
Yeah.
So it's a bit. There's a lot of love there. It's not like just some randomer who hasn't got kids who just doesn't like children. That's a different thing. But like I tell you who told one of the elders' wives told Micah off, and he was being naughty, and I didn't see it. And I came up the stairs, and he was getting roasted.
Really?
Yeah, he was getting properly told off. And I just looked at him and my face, and he saw my face as if to say, "Oh no, I've been caught being told off."
It's like double whammy, innit? Because
Yeah.
it's like not only have you done something wrong and been told off, but you've now embarrassed me.
Yes. And then he was like,
And as
"Oh,
a kid, you know it.
yeah,
I had moments like that when I was growing up. Where you're
yeah,
like, I've not only done something wrong and been caught, but I've been caught by somebody else. So now my dad's doubly angry because I was doing the thing that he would have told me off for, but now he's embarrassed
yeah,
because somebody else has had to deal with me.
yeah." Yeah, it was a moment. But yeah, I kind of, for me personally, if they're doing something naughty and it's in church or whatever,
If I'm not there, like I
I'm
say,
like,
but if
yeah, go for it.
I'm
If I'm
there,
there, it's a bit
I'd rather
different.
a nudge.
Yeah. Hey, look,
I'll
Solomon's
just
climbing
let you know.
the balcony.
Beating some other child. I don't know what he's doing. Just living his best thug life.
So we were camping, and you know what my two boys are like for play fighting, and
Mm.
I'm an only child, so I don't know if that frames a lot of stuff for people already, but basically, I didn't have any siblings growing up, so I don't really know where to gauge too far is. I mean, all I
Eye
know,
gouging.
yeah, that's probably too far. But our two, when they fight, I'm like, well, it's like lion cubs having a bit of a tear up, And I listened to the stories of you and like your brother, and I saw the way my mates and their brothers were, and they were brutal to each other. And actually, I'm like, I don't want to take that away from them,
No,
so I let them. I probably give them too much wiggle room.
you give them a lot. In that, I guess that in that sense, I'm not saying it's wrong, but you do give them. You're like, "Yeah, they're just having a fight." Anyway, what we're doing, and they're like on the floor, fish hooking and throwing each other around.
But I don't know. I just think I don't know. I want them to be boys. You know what I mean? I want them to be. There's a healthy knowing your strength and knowing. I'd rather they did it with each other, pushed it a bit too far than somebody
No,
else at school or whatever.
but I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I think it is a part of just like siblings. Like my they're just getting in a bit of a ruck at school, and
Yeah.
people were like, "He was fighting," and I was like,
Oh.
"Oh, so." I mean, like, if he's doing something inappropriate, like if he's attacked somebody, if he's
Yeah.
done
Oh
something
yeah.
wrong, then I'm flipping all over it.
Yeah.
But this kid, and he lost. We spoke about last week. He lost his temper because someone called him something, and that had to be dealt with. Like,
Yeah.
you can't be losing it. But at the same time, there's a bit like, yeah, go on, good lad for defending yourself.
Well, we were doing this camping, and there was a couple next to us, and he was a army veteran, and he'd come for a quiet time, I think, with his girlfriend in their roof tent, and there was me, Kobe, and Micah, and me like, boys, no fighting, like, and they're just carrying the washing up down to the thing, and they were like, they're that bad. I said, oh, they love it. They love a good like. I said, there's all this open ground. I guarantee at some point they'll be going for it. And then they were like, I said, they're just because they're both like all right at fighting. It can get a little bit escalate quite quickly.
Yeah,
So literally, I got a video of them messing around, and like it's funny, it's genuinely funny, and you can tell that they're like comfortable with each other. And then they started straight away as soon as they'd done the washing up, and I was sorting things out. They're on the field, rolling around, pinning each other down, like trying to choke each other out, just playing. And the guy looked at me, and I was like,
told you.
I told you what they're like. And he was just like laughing his head off. And I think he was a few beers in by then, and he was
Yeah.
just like, "This is funny, man."
Well, like wrestling stuff, like I say, it is a bit like lion cubs, isn't it? It's when, it's finding that balance, isn't it?
Mm.
I don't know how it was with Stuart and I. It's difficult to remember when you were really young. You remember when you were a bit older, and generally our fighting was because he'd wound me up so much. I was just so flipping angry,
Yeah, they get like that. They
and
get
then
like that.
that's different to
Yeah,
let's have a wrestle.
yeah. This is the thing is they. I realised a couple of Christmases ago that I'd let it go too far because we went to the grandparents and we were doing like Christmas Eve games and stuff like that. And they're so competitive. Kobe is terrible, like to the point where it's irritating. You can't do any kind of play Monopoly or do a board game without him having a strop if he's not the winner. And
Hmm.
then when he is the winner, he's a terrible winner. There's no grace with it. He's
Oh
just
yeah,
like, you all suck. I'm awesome. Look at me. I've done it again. You know, he's that.
there's
Yeah,
no-
and
a bad winner is probably worse than a bad loser.
yeah, absolutely. And then, but Lid said he gets that off me because I'm a bad winner apparently.
It always reminds me of Top Gear because
Yeah, yeah.
like Richard Hammond's always accused of being a bad winner,
Yeah,
isn't he? He's
yeah,
a
yeah.
horrible
But
winner.
that's what I'm like. I'm like that. But so I think he gets it from me. But anyway, they were meant to do these games, and they have this thing where they slap each other. Now I don't know if it's just like a boy. They just think it's funny, so they'll walk past. Apparently, they do it at school. They walk past each other at school in the corridor, and if the other one hasn't seen the other one, and they get a clear shot, they'll slap the other one in the face. And they do it all the time, and it's like hard enough that it's like a
It's a
proper
sting.
like that, and it stings. But then they both laugh.
Well, then I don't think.
Yeah, so they do it all the time, yeah. So this, Mike Kobe's getting up, and as he gets up, Mike just slaps him in the face right in the front of all the grandparents. They're like, like they both start laughing, and I'm like, enough, and then they've got to make these things out of cardboard or whatever. And Mike's wasn't going very well, so he turned and kicked all Kobe's over. So then
Oh,
Kobe got
God.
mad,
Yeah.
put him back up, put everything back up. And then Mike's was nearly finished. So just as it was like end of time, he kicked him all over again. And Kobe, from sat down, punched him square in the lip and split his lip.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, right, That's too far.
Because that displays a lack of control.
Yeah.
And then that's the difference, isn't it?
But then, see, Mike thought it was funny. Mike starts laughing. Kobe's angry, but he's laughing. But I'm like, that's too far.
Yeah.
And you're both too strong now. So you can't be doing this.
It's that balance, like you say. Yeah. I wish there'd been more rough and tumble in my childhood.
Yeah.
Like, so I get it. And I play fight with the boys. I knew all the time. Like we play fight. But you know it's like when you're an adult, it's super controlled, it's slow, it's more tickling and grabbing and pulling and chasing them. But yeah, it's like I like a bit rough tumble. You're right. When they get to the point where he loses his temper and his response is to punch him in the face, you're like, yeah, we've gone a bit far here.
He's so accurate
because
as
you've
well.
got to learn control as well. There's got to be control of emotion.
His accuracy is just unbelievable.
Well, he's got like these long limbs, hasn't he?
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah. So anyway, we had a massive shout at him on the way home that night, Christmas Eve. It's like, you ever embarrass me like that again, boys? And in fact, Casey got hyped. They were all hyped. They were just so hyped because it was Christmas. I was like, oh. Anyway, since then they're good as gold. But
yeah, it was a moment, a watershed.
It was a moment. It was as much my fault as theirs.
Yeah,
I feel like I was learning.
Yeah, exactly. So talk about your camping trip, thinking about the great outdoors. I was thinking today because I know
you need to have a glass of water.
I know you.
Oh no!
What?
I'm trying to find the colour. It's gone to like a weird white colour.
Don't fiddle when you podcast.
Oh, sorry. Hold on, give me red, man. I want red. Sorry.
So, for those who are just listening, he's faffing around with lights to get the right mood, the right colour mood.
Yeah, which is kind of doesn't make any sense, does it? Because it's a podcast.
So listen.
Yeah, go on.
I was watching This Farming Life this morning, and as you know, for many years I was quite an avid Countryfile watcher on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, I know.
So like my cup of tea in an episode of Countryfile. I as you know, I quite like I romanticize the rural lifestyle. So I was watching This Farming Life, as I have been watching bits and pieces. I fed the boys so they'd sit still,
right,
and watch it with me. And I got thinking about cows. Cows. And I thought, I'm going to mention this because I know you have a favourite cow breed.
I do.
You do, see?
Yeah.
And what is it?
Limousin cow.
Yeah, which are the white ones, aren't they?
No, they're brown.
Oh.
Yeah. They can be white, but they're normally like a ginger colour.
Because on This Farming Life, I don't think the Limousines, but this one family breed pedigree cows. And I can't forget what they're called. But my word, the bull. Shine a light. He's got like 3 of them. And he just walks them to the field like they love a tickle.
Yeah, no, I see this way. I'm like, that thing like just
flipping 2 tons.
Leans on you, you're dead.
Oh man, the muscle on these beasts, they look like bodybuilders. So you get bulls of all breeds of cow are big, but these ones are like
muscle.
The massive hump behind the head, like all muscle. And I was thinking, yeah, man,
I could eat that.
There's a lot of eating in that cow. But I was thinking, if I was going to have a farm, I think I'd have Highland cows.
What, just for the accent?
Yeah, I've got a soft spot. I've got a moo.
Hey, moo.
I've got a soft spot for the Highland cow.
I feel like they're very overamped.
You're right. They're a popular choice.
Yeah.
Because they define a nation.
Yeah.
Which is a big deal.
It's true.
But they're very placid and they look cool and they've got these massive horns. I remember once in Scotland, because as you know, my mum's Scottish and we would go to Scotland every summer.
That's why she likes Angel Delight.
That's why she likes it. It's a Scottish delicacy.
It is. It is.
They have it. So you have at Christmas you have haggis, neeps and tatties, and then for pudding you have Angel Delight spread over an Englishman's heart.
Oh, is that what you do?
That's what they have. Yeah.
I thought
a famous Scottish dessert.
I'm surprised they don't try and deep fry it. and
Well,
batter. I bet that'd be quite good
I
if you
bet it
could
would be
do
quite
it.
good. I
If you
mean,
could find
yeah,
a way.
yeah, it would.
Do you know
But
what? Do you know what Casey had the other day?
what?
I bought some Angel Delight, and she said,
How? What a
"Yeah, I've
coincidence!
got loads of it." I accidentally, they've been rubbish at online shopping. I bought 5 packs of Angel Delight, and I don't know how I did it. I think it's because I went backwards and forwards trying to like go from one thing to another. Got a ringing phone.
I'm getting a phone call. Yeah, it's my mum.
How much? She knows. Answer it and ask her if she likes Angel Delight.
She does like Angel Delight.
Does it?
She makes this amazing trifle at Christmas, but doesn't have cold custard in.
Yeah. Angel Delight.
So
I've
she
had that.
uses Angel Delight instead
I
of
think
cold
I've had
custard.
it at your
Yeah, you have,
house.
yeah.
It's
It's an
amazing.
amazing trifle.
Amazing.
So the jelly with Swiss roll in
Wow.
and like strawberries and stuff, and then above the jelly, it's like a thick layer of Angel Delight, and then it's the cream and sprinkles. It's good.
I don't know much about Switzerland, but I heard the flag's a big plus.
Hey.
Yay, that old chestnut. What was I going to say? Yeah, so Case said, "Can I have some Angel's Delight?" So I said, "Yeah, sure." So she made it, and then she said, "Does anybody want any?" And none of us fancied it. She was like, "For the first time in my whole life, I can eat a whole serving
It's all
of
mine.
Angel Delight," and she had like a full mixing bowl of Angel Delight, and she was like, "That was amazing."
I think it's funny, isn't it? Once you throw off the protective control of your parents, I remember going to uni and going, "I'm gonna have a Battenberg. I'm gonna have a Battenberg."
The whole thing.
Yeah, because growing up, you get a Battenberg and your parents would be like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 just 2 slices," because obviously they're trying to make sure you don't get diabetes and
Diabetes.
diabetes, and I only did it once. No thanks, mate. I only did it once. I was like, yeah, I can see why. That is a lot of cake.
For ASMR people, this is. I'm just pouring a Paulana Hell's lager, which is beautiful. Just German beer. That's as good, yeah.
Anyway, so
yes, from
I would have a Highland cow.
right.
I'd have Highland cows potentially, but then I realized I don't know a lot about cows, and then I remembered that my dad bought a book on cows recently.
Your
Yeah, I know.
dad bought a book
He bought a
about
book
cows.
on cows, so like a cow spotting book.
Oh wow!
So it's like a cow breed book,
Right.
and I think he must have had the same thought at some point when, you know what, I see these cows everywhere, and I don't know one cow from another.
No.
So he went and bought himself a cow book, or he was in a shop and there was a cow book, and he was like, "I'm going to buy that book."
It's not like one of them I Spy books that you used to get and sign off.
They were amazing.
I loved them for journeys.
I had one with it that was like the night sky. What was he called? David Bellamy?
Yeah,
David Bellamy?
yeah. David
So I had
Bellamy.
an I Spy. No, I can't have had one. That makes no sense. No.
Yeah, you might
Maybe
have
that
done
night sky
because they
one.
were done by Michelin, weren't they?
Yes,
And then they did loads of collabs, and you had all these different ones. I wonder if they
God.
still exist.
I Spy
Shall I
books.
have a quick? I shall search it up. I need to know. These are some of the important answers that you will get during one of our podcasts. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I want to say a big thank you to Thinking for Myself ZT9VP. I'm the first of the first. You are one of our first listeners. I thought I'd give you a direct shout out. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
That is cool. And you're going to be the only one that ever gets one.
Probably.
Probably, because we're probably.
You're probably the only person that listens.
Yeah.
What were they called? I Spy Journey Books, maybe?
I don't know.
Let's have a look. Journey Travel Books. If I hit my mouse and my mic one more time, I'm going to actually poke myself in the eye. Here we go. World of Books. No, they still do. You can still get them. Michelin I Spy guidebooks, they're called.
We never did this as a kids. Like, my parents never would buy us this and go, right, we're on a journey. You got to I Spy.
If I knew these were still existing, I would have bought them for my kids.
Yeah, my wonderful daughter, unknowingly, because she doesn't know about these things, does her own.
What?
So sometimes she'll come downstairs, we're going for a walk. She goes, "Daddy, I've done a tick list for my walk." She'll have like bird and tree.
White dog poo.
White dog.
That's rare.
That's
That's got to be
rare.
worth a few points.
So I found out, I don't know if this is true,
Mm.
that white dog poo is caused by cheap dog food. So back
Mm.
in the day, most people were feeding in the 80s and 90s. They were feeding dogs on cheap dog food that had high,
Is
like
it cereal?
high chalk or high,
Chalk?
yeah, calcium, like proper naff put in it,
Yeah.
and that's why the poos were white.
It's interesting, isn't
I
it?
feel like that's not. I feel like I've offered a semi fact that I'm not sure of.
Shall we have a look?
And,
We need to Google this as well. Why was dog poo
white
in the
80s.
80s? It says dog poo in the 1980s was white because commercial dog food contained high amounts of bone meal as filler, leading to excessive calcium.
So I was right.
Yeah, so you were right. Yeah,
No way,
yeah,
there you go. If AI says it's true, it must be true.
yeah, yeah. There you go, people. You can your next pub quiz. You'll be like, well, actually, it's from bone meal.
Bone meal.
Yeah, yeah. So lots of bone meal.
Ground up bone.
Yeah, yeah. So I wanted to say something.
Oh, okay. Better to run out and fade away.
We got a extra large pack of steak from Lidl, rump steak. Now, Kobe follows this guy on YouTube, and he says,
Not the Salt Bay dude, is it?
no, it's like some meat guru guy. Kobe's really, like, he started teaching me all about the marbling, and he would look through the steak. He's like, no, that one's not that good because you want that part of the meat to be like this, and it's got to have blah, blah. And I'm thinking, where's he learned all this? And he's like, right, he said, that looks about right. He said, that's not brilliant, but for 15 quid, it's all right.
15 quid's a fair bit of money for some rump steak.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
it was like 14 quid or something. I don't know. It was a few quid. I rounded up to 15 quid. Everything in my life is rounded up.
Yeah, well, I
'cause
do the same.
I've got 3 kids. So just expect the worst.
Oh, this is for the camping.
Yeah, yeah. So then I said, oh, what do you want me to take? He was like, butter, salt and pepper. So he took the steak, prepped it, cut like the biggest chunk of butter I've ever seen in my life. I was like, we're all going to die. And then he cooked his steak.
Was it good?
His steak literally was falling apart.
Mm.
So then I said, well, I said, I said, can you show Micah? So he'd finished his. Micah cooked his with Kobe. Kobe's like, right, you do it like this. And then I said, Kobe, there's loads of stuff in here. And he's like, yeah, some of that fat's now rendered down. So that's from blah, blah, blah. So pour that off, but not all of it. And then add a little bit more butter, but not too much. Because if you do that and you want to turn it down a bit, it's too hot. This is my 13-year-old kid. So I did what I said. I did exactly what it said. Those are the best steaks I think I've ever had.
Really, was incredible.
Just cooked on a little gas stove, on an old frying pan. And he said, right, don't wash it out, Dad. We'll save that. You could cook your eggs and bacon in it in the morning. That's what I did. And it was magnificent.
This is the difference is that I'm not a big fan, as many of us are realizing, with kids and screens, and we're all realizing how damaging it is. But being raised in a northern industrial town in the 90s, and I mean in the 80s I was living in other places, but late 80s into the 90s,
yeah,
you were exposed to nothing. You went to school,
yeah,
you played out on the street, and for us you went to church on a Sunday.
and programs were that, weren't they? They programmed you.
Well, programs were programs. So
Yeah,
what did you watch? You watched the half hour. You watched an hour or so of kids' TV on a Saturday morning too, before it became more older kids stuff, and I lost interest.
Yeah,
and I never did clubs. I never did scouts. Like I never did anything. Whereas kids now can go on YouTube and at 13 can watch some guy who's passionate about
cooking meat,
and like really learn something. And I must admit, as an adult, I do it. We all do it. I go on YouTube and I mean, it's amazing. You know, like how do I do this? And you find this channel, and you're watching things that you would have never watched, but it sparks interest in you. And we were talking about this today. it's why it would be wonderful to not know how old you were, because I
Mm,
think at times you go, "Well, I'm too old to start
start doing
something
that.
like
Yeah.
that." Whereas if you didn't know how old you were, you'd be like, "Wow, I found that really fascinating. I
Yeah.
might flipping try that."
Well, do you know what? So I said to him, I was like, "Man, I didn't know you knew this much about it." He's like, "Oh yeah, yeah." He's like, and then he's like, "Yeah, the most expensive beef is this Kobe something or other, blah de blah, and it's well known because of this, but some people say it's the Wagyu, blah 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 breed of cow." And I'm like, where has he learned all this? And
When
he like, when did this happen? And I said, dude, I was like, why don't we get a better barbecue and like go to Costco and we'll get all the gear, get like the big, full brisket, and then we'll do it. You can cook it and you show me how to do it. And he was like, really? I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'd love that. So we're gonna upgrade the barbecue. That's the
mm,
next plan now.
you're gonna still stay with, I'm assuming you're gonna still stay
Charcoal,
with
yeah,
charcoal, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So at the back of this back bit of this, the other side of this shed is going to be like a kitchen, outdoor kitchen. So then we can do,
You should extend the roof
we could do, but I think it would be cool.
or
Like,
put an awning on it you can
could,
pull out.
yeah, could you imagine in summer when you've got like a load of people at church and you're like, you know what, we're going back, we're having brisket, you want to come?
Mm.
You
Uh,
know what I mean?
I think I remember years ago, a farmer in Home Firthway was he was in a shop. I just saw it in a window. He was basically advertising you could buy one of his pigs whole,
Oh yeah,
and you could go and feed it. You could go and see that it was treated well
yeah,
and
I've seen
fed well,
this. Yeah,
and then when it got sent to be butchered, you got all
all
of
of
it.
it. Yeah, yeah.
And I always thought it was amazing. Can you imagine? And I'm watching this farming life,
You'd
and
have to have
this
a big freezer.
yeah, I was watching this farming life, and this one of his bulls, two of his bulls had a fight, and what these massive ones, and one of them got like injured on the leg. It's like nothing, big deal, but it's kind of scarred. It ends up with this kind of tumor looking thing, which is where the body over heals.
Right.
And then he was like, if we can't fix that, I'll have to just I'll have to send him to slaughter, and I'll only get 2 grand for him. Whereas if that's fine, I can sell him for 8 grand. Thinking, I was thinking 2 grand. I mean, that's a lot of cow. That's a
A
lot of
lot of
cow.
that is a lot.
Like, would that actually equate well?
Well,
Like if you spent 2 grand on a full bull that was fully butchered for you, sausages, steaks, including the offal. You got the heart, you got the liver, you got everything and the bones. You could make your own bone marrow. Actually,
and you'd have a rug for your lounge.
would you would you get would that be worth 2 grand? I imagine it
Uh,
probably would be if you
I
were
would have
paying
thought so.
supermarket prices normally when it's costing you like almost 10 quid for a steak.
Yeah, it's got to be in it.
Like you must, chest
Isn't it?
freezer.
Isn't it 1% waste from a cow?
Is that all it is?
Yeah, we like. There's literally something for everybody in a cow.
Keep the skin, make the leather, or at least give the leather to a leather specialist.
Well, they tan the leather from the brain, don't they? There's a certain amount of tanning in the brain, and there's always enough in an animal. There's always enough of that substance to tan the whole hide.
It's a brave new world. But can you imagine having a chest freezer
For the steak.
that had £2,000 worth of beef in it? But I would imagine that you'll have far more.
What is that clicking? Did you hear it?
I heard a, but I thought it
Yeah.
was you.
No, it's not me. Could be. I think it's probably because it was cold in here, and the heater is that we've got the heater on in the background, and it's just slowly heating up the room, and things are expanding.
Expanding.
So, what was I going to say to you? I was going to say something. I think I haven't quite got this camping down right.
Well, it's a tricky thing, camping.
It is not easy.
People that are avid campers, like they've got a lot to share. They've
There's,
got a lot to tell. They've got a
I,
lot to give us.
I'm finding it's hard to not want to say,
Cry.
sack that off, I'm buying a caravan.
Yeah, because I think you need to accept that you need to pay money for a bit more comfort if you're going to camp regularly.
Yeah, and I don't want to spend more money on a tent.
No, maybe not. What's the issue with the tent?
It's just flipping cold, isn't it? If I was in a caravan, I could go out in the middle of winter. I'd be fine.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, if you like, say, if you got like one of those blow up beds that are like go up to a foot, 2 foot high, and you've got proper duvet and mattress, and like you're properly off the
Yeah,
floor and you're properly comfy, then you'd be warm. That's the issue I used to have because I've camped a fair bit, but it's always been on motorcycle trips or walking stuff, and hands down, it's the cold coming through the floor that ruins it.
yeah. Well, so I bought this time. I bought two big air mattresses, so you're way off the ground.
Yeah.
So I didn't have that problem,
Oh, okay.
but it got down to I think it was about 8 degrees at night, and it was raining. And I've got a relatively all right sleeping bag. I mean, I slept in it down to 3 degrees, and I survived. But I did have a blanket over the top of me as well, um, in the little tent. But I could not get flipping comfy.
So the thing is, I think if you're going to a campsite
Yeah.
and leaving your tent, you're not backpacking, blah blah blah, and you're going in a car, take duvets and
Mm,
I watched some guy online years ago, and I'm not an avid watcher of camping channels, but he was saying the same thing. Like, be be comfortable. It's worth having the extra weight. It's worth taking a bit more so that you're comfy. Because every time I've camped, it's been miserable. Maybe not miserable, but I've had to suck it up. Suck it up. You're camping.
yeah, yeah. I don't want to suck it up.
No,
No. So I've come back, and the things I like. Right, the things I like about it when we finally got there, got the tent up. We got everything in place. I put my chair in our tent's got like a lobby. Sat in the lobby, and the view was just spectacular. I could see like the hills. You could see the weather in the hills, the sun coming through the clouds as it moved over. It was amazing. And Kobe was sat next to me, and he thought it was amazing. That bit, great. The boys having a fun. The making food, great fun. The amount of stuff those are the positives. The stuff that I don't like,
it well exceeds the positives.
flipping it, man. The amount of stuff we have to take. So I spent 4 and a bit hours packing everything for one,
What?
yeah, for one night. And then because that's obviously them and me. And admittedly, the problem is if you're going for one night or if you're going for 4 nights,
Yeah, you're going for this.
there's not a big difference in the amount of gear that you take. It's still a lot. So that big tent that we've got is great, but not really for one night. It's too big. It's too much.
But then you want that space even for one night.
Yeah, but getting the sucker packed down in the morning, it was wet. It rained. The grass was wet.
Yeah, it means that you got to get home. You got to get the tent out there. Because I was talking about you being away to my parents, and I was saying the camping thing is appealing because staying in campsites is cheap.
Yeah, 24 quid.
So you can pick the kids up from school on a Friday and completely impromptu decide to go away for the weekend, and it's going to cost you less than 100 quid.
Mm.
And especially if you're cooking for yourself, you just take the food that you would have had at home
Yeah,
with you and
chuck it in a
cook it.
cool bag and off you go.
So that's really appealing. But like you say, the amount of stuff you have to make that comfortable, and now I know why people get inflatable tents.
And now I know why people buy caravans.
Yes, because a caravan, you can keep all the plate. It can have its own cutlery, the gas is in it. All you've literally got to do is pack a bag as if you go into an Airbnb.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm like, I'm trying my hardest with this. I'm trying my hardest. Honestly, I've got 2 tents. And I came back and I said to Lids, I was like, Micah just was a nightmare in the morning. It was good as gold. Loved it all, but packing up, I think he was overtired or whatever. He just switched off. So then Kobe's mad, and I'm tired because I haven't slept properly. I'm trying to pack it all up. So we just shoved everything in the car wet, drove home, absolutely battered. got it all out in the garden, had to dry it all off, and then repack it all again. And I was like, oh man, I can't be bothered with this.
Yeah,
But they loved it.
and that's the problem, isn't it? But then, like anything, everything comes with a catch.
Well, the catch with the caravan is you got to maintain it, you got to clean it,
You got to store it.
you got to store it somewhere.
Catch with Airbnbs or cottages, they cost a flipping fortune.
Yeah,
So you've got to have the money. And the catch with camping is there's just a lot of hassle.
and you've got to keep all the camping stuff somewhere. I mean, it's encroached in here, as you can see.
Yeah.
I'm already piled up with stuff that I need to have a big tip run. But I did enjoy it. So I've come back. I realised I can sleep on the lie. Do you know what I did? I did a schoolboy error.
What?
I blew it up too hard. So I blew it up. It was like a flipping plank of wood. I was like, God, dear me, this is uncomfortable. And I put up with it for like an hour and a half. I thought, and then I thought, why don't I just let some air out of it? So I let some air out whilst I was on it. I was like, oh yeah, that's all right. And it was bob on, absolutely bob on. I thought, right, yeah, I can do that. But that blooming sleeping bag, you got so much as an elbow out of that zip, it was frozen.
And I can't sleep in these camping sleeping bags. They're like coffins.
Yeah, it was so
I
small.
can't if I can't move my feet, I get claustrophobic and I can't sleep.
Yeah. So I ended up coming back and I said to Liz, I think I can put up with this if I just get a bigger sleeping bag. So I went online and I looked, and you can get these XXL sleeping bags, massive ones. And I ordered one, and it was 32 quid, which I didn't think was that
And
bad.
how many seasons?
That's meant to be a 4 seasons, but I
Really?
don't think it will be. They always say they're 4 seasons, and you're like, the ones we've got are meant to be 4 seasons. They are never 4 seasons. You can't have a 25 or 30 quid 4 season
Proper.
sleeping bag. You
No.
just can't do it, can you? How can you? When you've got, like, when you look at a proper 4 seasons
Like
one,
down to minus
they're
15.
hundreds of pounds. I'm like, come on.
Got like duck feathers in them.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah. So anyway, so I've ordered one of them, and then I'm just fighting my urge to lose interest in it. You know, like I do. It's like my thing, in it.
It's tough because you're right, when you don't have a lot of money, the ability to get away cheaply and at the drop of a hat is very appealing.
Yeah.
But it's like it's like our food budget, our housekeeping budget. For years, I was like, no, it needs to be this because it shouldn't be this much.
Mm.
And then one day I was like, we are spending a fortune popping to the shop for extras. I need to
Yeah.
just accept that our weekly budget needs to be this much.
Yeah.
And once I did that, everything got chill. I mean, it's the same thing. Like I
Our
just need to accept that I am not a hardcore backpacking camper, and I'm going to get a blow up tent where
Yeah.
I can just plug it into my car and it does it. You know, like when you accept those things, then things get a bit easier. Like you can get camp beds, can't you? That are like double camp beds.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you can get some epic stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thought, my mind is, if I can find the sweet spot of camping where I actually go away and I enjoy it, then I'll invest some money in it.
Well, have you considered that maybe the answer
It's not to go camping.
is alcohol?
Yeah. Well, the funny bit is, I had a beer, and I was sat around. That's the other thing. I went on the website, and you can just rent a fire pit. So you don't have to buy one. So you just go, 15 quid, fire pit, all the wood you could want, and a packet of matches. Off you go.
No, it's not at every campsite, but that sounds nice.
Yeah,
that one.
15 quid. I was like, well, I've only paid £24. I'm quite happy to give the farmers some more money.
Mm.
So we sat around the fire pit. It was lovely. And that's one less thing to take.
Yeah.
Because a load of people have their own fire pits. So you think about it, right? Okay, so this is my list of stuff. Tent, the carpet for the tent. So I have carpet in it, in the front bit, so it's nice. Sharp.
Does it have Cloud 9 underlay as well?
Yeah, it's got a ground sheet.
Well,
So I
yeah,
put
of
a
course.
ground sheet down first. Well, it's got a built-in ground sheet.
Yeah, but you wanted it. I've always put a tarp under my tent.
Yeah, it's just keep it nice.
Yeah,
Then I've got LED lights, lots of LED lights.
which is essential.
Yeah, I've got a Bose Bluetooth speaker, waterproof Bluetooth speaker, so I've got music,
Yeah.
which I didn't have very loud because we were all on curfew. You can't have music past 10.
No, and people don't always appreciate our taste of music, your taste of music.
My taste in music is always appreciated. Speak for yourself. And then
Old redneck Joe in the corner.
yeah, that's me. I sat there with my American Cletus hat on,
Nice.
full camo.
While you boys fought on the ground,
Yeah, plus I
and
drank beer.
and you drank beer and ate meat.
Yeah, this lady said, she said, "You're right." I said, "Yeah, I've just realised I've run out of beer." Ah, she goes, "Flipping out. Are you on your own with 2 boys?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Oh man, I feel for you." She came back with 3 beers. I was like, "What?"
Hey,
So I was like, "Thank you so much. That's so kind."
these people that camp, they're prepped,
Yeah, they know the score.
but you got to bring. You're right. You got to bring a flipping lot of stuff to be prepped in camping.
And I've got double hob because a single hob takes too long to cook on
Yeah.
if you do more. But I only took 1 frying pan.
All right. Nice.
So, and I forgot I didn't buy a kettle, so took coffee. No way of
no, you
boiling
couldn't have
water.
Oh man.
What else? We've got 3 air beds, 3 sleeping bags, one of which I swear hates me. I'm trying to think of all the other stuff. Oh, full cutlery set with the bowls and all that. I melted a spoon.
Yeah, you were made for camping.
And you've got to have a degree on how to get that thing back together into its like shell. It's like trying to solve a Rubik's cube every time you eat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great set. It was like £8 in
Maybe I think really the answer is we just need to pray for more money for Airbnbs
Oh,
and cottages.
yeah, but it's not fun. I want the kids to have that outdoor experience.
Yeah, well then that's the
That's the trade-off.
catch. There's the trade-off, isn't it? You know, it's like there's always a trade-off. If you go to lovely cottages, it costs a flipping fortune, which means you can only go once a year.
Took my radio to troll people. That was fun.
Nice.
You know, when you hear somebody, and then you key up and you go, "Hey, and then key up, they go, "You what? Can you go again?" And then you don't, and then you wait, they talk, and you go, and they go, "What? What did you say? Go again." And they go, "Huh?" Like they're all confused. It's great. It's
Nice.
childish. But yeah, it's good. I enjoyed it. We got loads of tent pegs. I don't know what I spent now. The tent I got for 70 quid, which was a steal. It fills the whole of our back garden.
Yes,
It's massive. But when I got there was a guy with a tent. I kid you not, it was like a bungalow. I was like, where do you put it? Like the bag that mine comes in is about twice the size of a microwave.
No, okay. That's not bad.
No, it's not bad. But this guy's one was, I mean, you could have fit our tent in it 6 times.
Oh wow.
It had rooms. It had a middle area like a lounge. Had a toilet in it.
What?
Had a room where you could go and have a wee.
I feel like that's just a bit weird.
Well, where they were right up at the top of the site. We were right by the toilets.
No, but I mean, like, that would have cost him thousands because he bought a caravan.
Well, this is what I mean. I don't get it. I mean, admittedly, that is way bigger than any caravan.
No, I mean, I saw one that was amazing. It was the one I would want. It had 3 bedrooms that came off like domes.
Oh yeah, I've seen them. Yeah,
and then the central section was big, and then it had an awning, that you could come out at the front, and then you put up some windbreakers, and you end up with like an outdoor covered kitchen area, don't you?
I know.
An indoor lounge, and everyone's got their own bedroom, and the bedrooms were 3 or 4 person bedrooms each.
Well, ours is 2 bedrooms. We've got a 2 room and a 3 room.
Yeah, this is impressive. I was like, I'd have that, but then it was like $5,000 or something.
Yeah, and you put it in the boot of your car. Your boot is full. My challenge was, can I get all of this in an E-Class? Not Lid's car. Lid's car's bigger, the C-Max. You would have got it all in, no problem.
Yeah, and then you still got children.
Mm.
I got a 7-seater. but I got it so the children can be like spread out a bit. But you go away with enough stuff, and then they're not spread out anymore because you
No.
just the entire back is filled with stuff in it.
So we did it. I
It's
did
tricky.
it. It was good fun, but I think I've come back with the idea that a smaller tent. So we've got a tiny tent, got a massive tent. We need a medium tent.
I don't think that's the answer to your
Yeah,
problems.
I think that is the answer. And a
I
bigger
don't.
and a bigger sleeping bag.
The sleeping and the comfort is the answer.
Yeah, but it was taking the tent down. So if we do a Friday night and we just do one night, I just want something that I can pack down quickly, not our one, which is colossal. So it really needs 2 or 3 of you to take it down.
Yeah.
I want something where I saw a really good pop-up tent that's massive and well reviewed. It's like 100 quid. I thought, yeah, that was pretty good. But then these are the other things I learned. So I was worried, it's allegedly I snore.
Allegedly.
Allegedly I'm a bad snorer, but I don't think I am. Yeah. So, you know,
Thankfully, tent walls are thick, so
yeah.
the other tents didn't have to listen to you.
So I was slightly concerned about that, except for obviously I couldn't sleep very well. And it was like, I don't know, I thought we were at a Harley Davidson meetup at one point.
Yeah, you've really got you've done it. Because I've been umming and ahhing about this, and I'm like, no, no, camping's not for us. But your adventures, that's different. But making camping a holiday style life, like a holiday lifestyle,
Yeah, I don't think I can do that.
no, it's
I
not
don't
us.
really want it for that. So the idea was always just me and the boys. We'll just go and do
Oh, then,
something.
yeah, you got too big a tent for that then.
Well, that's their fault and my fault for being
But
gullible.
you got it so cheap.
Yeah, it's true. It's cheap. It's just colossal.
Because
There
you
was
would,
somebody with the same tent as ours, and they had a whole family in it. A whole family, like 3 kids, husband and wife,
yeah, well, it's
in
big
the
enough.
same tent. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think great for adventures. And you're right, need to have adventures. It's too easy to seek comfort, isn't it? And it's good to have adventures. It's good to have things that are a bit tough because you kind of discover stuff and you have fun when you're willing to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
It's too easy with our home comforts. It's too easy to be like,
Yeah.
our view on what is difficult would be laughable to many people in this world.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And the story was funny. That couple, they snored in opposite of each other.
Oh, nice.
So it's like,
Nice.
and then there was a guy in the tent to the left of us, 2 guys and a girl, which was odd.
Okay.
But one of them had a really bad quiet voice. Well, I don't think he had a quiet voice. The other 2 I couldn't always hear, but he was like, and that's all you could hear constantly.
Yeah, I think it's easy to forget that people can hear you in the tent
Yeah,
because you're surrounded by walls.
yeah.
So you feel safe and secure.
But you might as well just be sat in the open.
Yeah, just right next to someone. You're not
Yeah.
like miles away. You're like 3 meters from somebody.
No, we were a bit fit. We have to. That site made you stay 5 meters away, but they were at least 10, and I could hear them. And then the massive bungalow above us, the guys that gave us the beer, they were up until 4 a.m.
They're living the dream.
Yeah, they were having a good time. They were partying hard, but they were just laughing and chatting, and actually was quite nice.
Yeah,
You know, like
it's just like when I was growing up, my parents would always have the midweek kind of church groups at our house, and I liked it. I used to like falling asleep listening to people because you can't hear what everyone's saying.
no,
Just the
the
sound of people talking and laughter, and still like it now. I could the ideal nap for me is when I can hear Georgina and the kids pottering and talking, and the kids are playing. I don't know why it's always Saturday
yeah, I
night.
don't
like
mind that. Do you know what sends me to sleep? Weirdly,
What?
if I watch anything like motorsport, the sound of the engines, the humming, because that's my happy place. I can't keep my eyes open.
Yeah,
Apart from Formula One, because it just infuriates me how bad it is.
I don't get Formula.
It's become so utterly terrible.
I just don't get it. I watched it quite a bit at our friend's house recently, and I've never watched Formula One particularly, but it's like nobody ever overtakes.
Oh, now
Like nothing
they've
happens.
got these stupid, gosh, you're coughing.
So sorry.
They've got hybrids now. So they have they're half battery, half engine,
Really, on the
and
proper Formula
yeah,
One?
yeah, yeah. But now they have small battery capacity. So you've got somebody trying to recoup energy, slowing right down, and then somebody else who's doing like 40 mile an hour more on the same track. Is that not a recipe for complete disaster where you've got a speed difference of 40 mile an hour?
Well, I don't understand it. How can that person win?
Well, so what happens is it's like Mario Power Up. You drive over the thing, you get a power up, and then suddenly that Formula One car is that much faster than the other one. He whizzes past him, and then the other one's recouping his battery.
Are you being real?
Yeah,
This
that's
is
what. That's
proper
what.
Formula One now.
Yeah, it's absolute. It's tripe.
It doesn't sound like the
It's
king of motorsports
it is
anymore.
absolutely the most embarrassing thing in European motorsport.
That sounds gimmicky, like really
It
gimmicky.
is gimmicky. It's like the Netflix series that was gimmicky, and then it's just so bad. I was a massive Formula One fan. I grew up on Senna, Schumacher, you know, Prost, all the proper Niki Lauda, all those guys. And what it's become now is like it's just pathetic. And the drivers are even disengaged with it. They don't think it's very good. What's his name? Who wins everything that looks like a sloth? What's he called? Um, Phenomenal driver, Dutch bloke.
Yes, I know who you mean.
Yeah, Verstappen. Um, he's just not bothered. He'd rather be doing GT cars or something like that where it's proper racing.
Yeah.
He's just like one time he was a bit off form, and it was because he'd done a 24-hour race, sim racing.
Sim, really?
Yeah, it's like Formula One's just meh. And he's world champion over and over again, but
Yeah.
he's just like it's not racing. And then on top of that, so my favourite YouTuber, Cletus McFarlane, he's got into NASCAR and ARCA and all that. Well, I've started to learn so much about NASCAR. I am loving it. And I watched him racing an ARCA race last weekend, and he was leading the race. So it's like his fourth ever race. And it got to the end, and they were all over the place, and it was like he nearly won it, and I was jumping up and down, shouting at the telly. I haven't watched motorsport and been that invested, jumping up and down, shouting at the telly since I was a kid.
Mm.
And that tells you a lot about the way motorsport has gone.
Yeah, everything's gone.
It's so regulated. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I said, "Why don't you just enter it as a banger racer?" Oh no, yeah, you've got to have a license now. You've got to have a regulated cage. You've got to have this. You've got to build a banger racing car is a minimum of £2,000, and you need your license. It's all become so regulated. Everything's just in this country is just like the fun has been sapped out of it because it's all got to be
Yeah.
so controlled and everything. Like you build a race car. Oh, it can't be too loud because Mrs. whatever her name is who stopped ovulating 50 years ago is like doesn't like hearing your race car, even though she bought a house right next to a racetrack. Stuff like that. It's just it annoys me. When people move into an area. Yeah, that happened. Was it in Holmfirth? It might have been Lepton. And somebody moved near a farm that had a clay pigeon
Oh, yeah. It's when we
thing.
were there for a stag do.
Yeah, yeah,
And they ended up having to close it down, didn't they? Because
yeah,
they constantly complained to the police about them.
yeah,
This was a farm. They were in the country. They're obviously going expecting to just listen to birds and not tractors and guns
yeah.
and all the things that are part of rural life. I guess they had an idealized romantic view of the rural life, just like I have, though in a different way. It's our Sunday morning. We don't hear the sounds of gunshots.
I'm like, I like it. I love it. I love it. Sometimes I'll hear a car whiz across the main road, and it'll be a V8 or something like that. Oh, yeah, that sounds nice. The best bit, there's two big, old recovery trucks, and they both got, one's a Scania V8, and they're pre-cat, they're pre any emissions control, and the other one's a big old DAF with a huge Cummins American diesel engine in it, like a 16-litre or something crazy, and you hear them set off. That's brrr, 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 going through all the gears, brrr, brrr, and the whistle of the turbo, and I'm like, oh yeah. And if I'm sat in the garden and I hear that, I'm like, oh yeah, I love it, I love it, I love it. But maybe I'm not like that. Not everybody's like me.
No, that's true.
Somebody else says, "Oh, you're killing the environment."
It's that kind of sound. Anyway, where are we at for time?
We are at 1 hour and 24 seconds.
Then I think we've caught.
We've been very chill tonight. This has been very relaxed. Not our normal stuff, is it?
Talked a lot about camping.
Yeah, I'm sorry, chat. If you're, if you don't like camping, this was a pretty poor episode.
Or if you do like camping, this was probably not for you. You're like, what are they talking about?
Yeah, why is he moaning?
Camping is amazing. Yeah, I don't know what the answer is.
It's difficult, isn't it? And all I want is a Porsche or a muscle car. That's really what I want.
You want a Porsche.
I've always been. I've had a few Porsches, haven't I? Over the years.
Have.
I just want a 911. That's the one I want. That's what I would like to build, exactly like that.
What year is that?
That is a 2010, I think it is.
I like Porsches, but not that new. I like 70s and 80s and 90s ones.
I like them, but I don't. This sounds really bad now. I've done the old stuff, and there's a reason why I've had enough of the old stuff. I don't want to be constantly fixing it and bits falling off and trying to slow down because it got too hot, and I would like it to be.
Well, they say, don't
usable.
they? 2000, that late noughties into the early teens was the golden age of cars, don't they?
Yeah, and so there's that. I quite like the idea of a Delica off a 4x4.
Yes,
because I could have a roof rack with a widow wadder.
A widow wadder.
I would have a widow wadder on the back.
Yeah. And you could get a roof tent.
I could get a roof tent, but then my brother-in-law's just ruining that for me. Because he called them rooftop and a bad word. And apparently that's what you are if you buy a roof tent.
Well, they're everywhere now, aren't they?
Everybody's got, but they're right, because they solved the problem. You got a really good roof tent. It takes you less than 3 minutes to set it up.
They just fold out.
Fold out. You want to pack up, fold back, shut again.
Yeah.
Job done.
So they're great for benches.
Yeah.
They're not great for spending 2 or 3 days at a campsite, because every time you want to go somewhere, you've got to pack your tent away, and then you might come back and find the spot that you chose for yourself is taken by somebody else.
So that is the question: do I buy a roof tent?
Well, that's for the next podcast.
And if I do a roof tent, do I need to get a different car?
Yes.
I realise the Mercedes is not very good in field.
No, you can't have a roof tent on a Merc. Can't do it. Or on a C-Max.
The C-Max, so we're right.
No, you have to get the Delica.
I want the Delica.
Well, on that note, you lovely people, we're going to call it a day.
Yeah. I didn't get around to making an outro either.
Well, we can sort it.
We'll sort it. So, yeah, if you're listening to it, there'll be a gap and then you'll hear the outro. So,
but thank you for listening.
Yeah, it's been good.
See you next week.
Yeah. Happy birthday. Oh, gosh.
Outro time.
Right.
John and Alistair.
No, you got to wait. We've got to have a gap and then
We did have a gap.
Yeah. Hang on, right. See you later, everybody. Love you.
Bye. You've listened to our podcast.
Yeah.
Just come and listen again.
Yeah.
'Cause we love you
more than ducks.
Angel the Light.
No, not that much.
No, not that much.
And if you see us in the street, pretend you don't know us. thank you for listening to the Opening Invite podcast. You need Jesus in your life.
Amen.